In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the full moon that we're having in the sign of Aquarius on August 11th. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. Now, I do a full moon and a new moon video update, energy reading, spells that are going to work around that time. I do one on my channel every single full moon and new moon. And so make sure that you're subscribed, your notifications are on so that you're always notified every time I upload a video. And also, a lot of you guys have been asking too, is the Etsy shop back up? Yes, it is. It's back up. It's restocked. So go visit my shop for any of your spiritual needs, anything that you guys want and need that I've handmade. Me and my partner run the business myself or ourselves, and everything is handmade and charged on our altars before it hits your home. So if you're interested, then head over. But with all that being said, I wanted to get into this full moon that we're having in the sign of Aquarius. Now, this is really funny. This is really funny. Let me tell you guys this story because this has to do with this full moon reading. So I have a tripod. And this morning, right before I was about to film this video, the bottom of the tripod broke. Like the bottom end will not come out. And so when I'm filming, I like to have it like higher up. And for somehow it was just stuck. So my partner was sleeping. I woke him up. He tried to fix it. He couldn't. And the bottom piece broke as he was trying to fix it. And that's really funny. As I'm doing the full moon video for Aquarius, this is also a super moon, and you'll understand more of this story a little bit more into the video, but this is also called a sturgeon moon. Keep that story in mind. And the reason why is because right now it's such a good time to catch sturgeon. And another thing is that Saturn right now will be its brightest that it's ever been in this entire year, and that it will be for the rest of the year. Like, this is the brightest it will be this year. I have my notes here so I don't forget anything. By the way, usually I'm facing my camera like this way, straight on, but today I'm like angled just because of the way that the tripod broke. I have to manage. I have to rethink the way I can do this without spending money and buying another whole tripod, and just making something work, which is technology. We'll get into that. That's really funny. Now, the first thing that we want to keep that story in mind, okay? The first thing I want to talk about is a lot of you guys are going to be thinking about your future right now. Like, what are your future goals? Whether that be like a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. I don't feel like it's like a 5-year, 10-year type of a goal situation right now. I feel like it's very quick goals, like the next month, the next 6 months. What do you want to accomplish? And you really do want to accomplish something here. A lot of you guys are going to be renovating, going to be planning for something, either a trip, a new job, studies, planning for your graduation, planning for something where it's an achievement, something where you are like a level up. And a lot of you are just going to be organizing for the future. So say you're planning to move, you're going to be going through your house and seeing everything that you need and you don't need, like if you are moving. Or a lot of you are just going to be organizing for the future in a way where you're going to be budgeting your money. Or you're going to be seeing like what you need and what you don't need. Just organizing like what you need, where you need to put it, what you need and where it needs to be, how it needs to be for your future plan, whatever it is. And everybody's is different. And that's the beautiful thing. Everybody's is different. You know what I look at it as? Say like you go buy a rose from somebody for your significant other or for your mom or a loved one or a friend, whoever, right? A stranger, whoever. You bought that rose, and that rose was a part of an entire rose bush. Now, there was probably so many roses in there, right? But that rose had a specific goal to cheer up the person that you bought it for. So it was like always just meant to go to that person somehow, some way, and lift their spirits. And you know, that's the first thing I thought of. This is kind of that energies. Everybody's is different. Everybody's purpose is different. Everybody's direction is different, even though we are human beings. And we've been taught to have like specific things and do specific things in specific times and all that stuff that have been engraved in our mind. Aquarius is a rebel. Aquarius is very independent. They were very rebellious. They don't like to follow society. They like to do things on their own. They're kind of eccentric and like they just like to follow their own path. And so that's why I feel like, you know, like it's like we're all from the same bush. But each rose has its own, wherever it's going to go, however it's going to be used. Somebody might use a rose to put on their loved one's funeral in the casket. And that's so meaningful, you know. And somebody might use the same rose or like a rose from the same bush to make an oil for themselves or a beauty product or toner for their skin. Like, isn't that crazy? It's from the same bush, but each one has their own little purpose and thing that they're good at and thing that they're supposed to go towards. So that's kind of what I saw. A lot of you are going to be setting goals, and I want you to remember that rose story and remember that everybody's goal is different and how you reach it is going to be different too. You could have the same goal as somebody else, but you might reach it completely differently. So keep that in mind. That's the whole Aquarius is so innovative. Like, they can think of things like this. They can maneuver and get their way around like this. So you're going to be tapping into that energy around this full moon. Now, a lot of you guys that want to travel, there is this notion of make the plans right now. They'll stick, they'll go through, the universe will find Aquarius will find a way, and Saturn will help make sure that everything is nice and disciplined and well done and organized and efficient. That's what Saturn does. So travel plans right now, making the travel plans is really, really good, because the thing, like Saturn, like Aquarius wants to travel. Aquarius wants to go here and there and see this and that. Aquarius loves the world. Aquarius loves to experience things. Aquarius loves to be free and feel free. And then we have Saturn that's very disciplined. So how do I personally mend these two together? Travel. You travel and you make sure everything is organized and disciplined and efficient. It just goes through really, really well and is set in stone. And so I would really, really recommend making travel plans right now. Now, if my hair looks super weird, I just checked myself in the viewfinder. I'm about to dye it. I'm just kind of waiting for it to get a little bit like oilier down here in the ends. And so those of you that dye your hair at home, you kind of know, you kind of have to wait for it to get a little dirty so then you can dye it and it won't like ruin it. So that's why my hair looks like this. Hopefully I'm presenting myself neat and well. But let's get into the second thing. And this is what your relationship with technology is going to be like around this full moon time. So 3 days before, on the day of the full moon, and 3 days after is when like the whole full moon energy is very potent and very like here in our faces. So around this time, there's going to be a lot of like, what I wrote here is, do you need to take yourself away from technology? Because if you do, then this Saturn that's so prevalent right now, so bright, so close to us, it's going to push you away from technology somehow. Like for me, I've been thinking about this for a few days, just to take a break from everything, like no camera, no phone, just take a little breather somewhere out in nature where I'm just near trees. Like I miss that. I really miss that. And I feel like that was my therapy. And so now I'm craving it. And especially with this Aquarius new moon with Saturn right there, I feel like I'm craving it more because of the way that these are affecting me personally. So if you need to get away from technology, try to help yourself as much as you can to take breaks from it as much as you can and see how you feel. Because you're going to feel really, really good. But if you don't do it, and you are one of those people that do need to do it, then Saturn's going to force you to do it. Like Saturn broke my tripod this morning. He knows that I need to take a break from work. but I won't. I will not. So I think slowly he's trying to do these little things. And so that's my sign, that's my cue. I need to kind of take a little bit more break from the camera and like my work a little bit. And so that's my sign. But what is it for you? Is it like, do you need to take a break from your cell phone? Do you need to take a break from, are you like somebody that is always on the computer for their work, or just in general, always on technology? You need to take a break. And if you've been thinking about it for a while, if you know you need to do it, you need to do it. Otherwise, Saturn will force you to do it. But for those of you, I also have here that there needs to be balance of technology in your life. So is there something that you need to use technology for your own good? Is there something that you want to study? And, you know, you can get any information online. Is there something you want to research? Is there something you want to learn? Is there something you want to make your craft better at? You can learn anything on YouTube nowadays. Like, what is it that you can better yourself at using technology? So it's two different things, two different messages for people, but because it is a collective kind of a reading, but it could also be both things for you. Where do you need to cut some of the technology off? And where do you need to bring in how you use this technology in your favor and your benefit to grow your craft, to grow your money, your income, all of that kind of stuff. So that's number 2. And then let's get into number 3 here. Ideas. Aquarius people, Aquarius energy have a lot of innovative thinking. They can come up with ideas like this, like off the top of their head. Like Aquarius people can look at something and get inspired and just get an idea. They're very creative like that. And so right now, if you're very tapped into this energy, you're going to notice yourself getting a lot of ideas. Now, whatever ideas that you're going to get, it's gonna liberate you from something. It's gonna free you from something. So it could be an idea to redecorate your house, and like you were probably really bored with the colors or aesthetic of your house, and all of a sudden you got this idea, like, you know what, everything is blue, but now I want everything to be purple or pink, or like it was all dark before, now I want everything light colors. Just the act of taking action and changing the colors in your atmosphere is going to change the energy of your atmosphere. So don't ever underestimate the ideas that you're getting, especially around this time. A lot of you guys are going to be getting ideas and downloads of ways to improve your life. So it could be like, you know, there was a problem you were having in some area of your life, maybe a car, maybe your sink, maybe, you know, your finances, whatever it is, could be big or small. An idea will come and you'll be like, you know what, I could do that and it would be perfect. Or, you know what, I remember this person had a contact information for a plumber. Let me call. Like, pay attention to your ideas around this time. Another thing that I see here is for a lot of you to follow a new idea. If you get an idea for like a new recipe you want to try, a new painting you want to do, a new area you want to hike or jog, a new place you want to camp at, new. Everything in your head that pops up as new. These are things that are coming from this Aquarius full moon. And the fact that Saturn is here, Saturn's asking you to discipline yourself, to organize yourself, to plan for it, and you're going to get it. You're going to get this, whatever idea that was in your head, it's for a reason. It's taking you somewhere. So follow it, okay? You're very aligned with this full moon if you're getting a bunch of ideas around this time. The fourth thing that I want to talk about is something that I feel is very important, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be benefiting from this around this time. So Saturn is very active right now, and it's a full moon. Full moons illuminate and enhance everything. And the full moon is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel, very independent, innovative, very free-spirited. And Saturn is disciplined, organized, structured, routine. And you just plan and you make sure everything is, you be on top of your stuff. So this means that right now it's a time for you that, like, if you want to free yourself from a certain type of situation, this is the time to do it. For example, if you feel trapped in the place that you're living, this is a time to discipline yourself, start making the plans, because if you do it right now, Aquarius and Saturn together, they're going to put the ideas in your head of what you need to do and how you need to do it. And they might even bring the resources that you need and just open and just pave your way. So do it right now. Write, journal it out. Think about what you want. Make a vision board, something. You got to put it out there into the universe. Speak about it to your guides and gods and goddesses and ancestors and stuff like that. So what is it that you could do right now that is structured and balanced and organized and routine that will eventually free you? For me, what I'm thinking is like when I was studying tarot, I know I had to sit down and study and study and study. And I needed to learn the cards. I needed to learn symbolism. I needed to learn all of these things. And I went a little bit above and beyond because I want to know more and more. But that was my time to discipline myself, to make sure I study, to make sure I take the notes, to make sure I learn everything, discipline. And now I get to read tarot the way that I do. So what is it for you? For some people, it could be, what did I write here? Like you want a car, right? Then you're going to have to plan what's going to be the down payment. Do you want to pay it off? Do you want a monthly payments? What kind of car? You plan and you organize. So this is that time to do all of that. If you want to buy a house, what kind of house do you want? Is it two bedroom, a double story, big land, apartment? What is it that you want? Plan, organize, details, structure every detail. This is that time right now to do that. So the fifth thing that I talk about in every single video is a part of our body or a chakra system that gets affected every full moon and every new moon. So here I'm talking about root chakra and our crown chakra, which is our first chakra and our last chakra. And our crown chakra is how we connect with our higher self, our gods, goddesses, our deities, ancestors. It's a divine, like our subconscious connection to up above. And then root chakra is our connection to earth, materialistic, our physical, everything you can see, taste, smell, hear, and touch. So it's going to be a balance between the both. That's why Saturn is asking you to get into detail about the things that you want, because you're tapping into your earth energy. Like you're like, I want to see, smell, taste, hear, touch all this, and this, and this in my new house. I want the house to look like this, smell like this, touch, feel like stucco, white walls, whatever it is. But you see how it correlates if you can work with these two together, these two energies, and you can really, really manifest. Now, the things I wrote down here is to balance both of them. So don't get too crazy up in your head and don't get too materialistic. Balance them. Something that I wrote here is butterfly pea flower. So I have a video coming up all about this, and it's the perfect time that I feel like I'm doing this. This flower is really, really good to balance out each and every single one of your chakras, and I'll go more into it in that video, but it helps to balance every chakra. So you're not just like overbalanced above or negative balanced below, or however, you know what I'm saying? So this is a tea that helps balance all the chakras. Also, selenite crystals. Selenite crystals help to cleanse energy. So what I like to do is rub a selenite crystal. I have a video on how to cleanse your body with selenite crystals. I just rub it all over my body, head to toe, and then I put the crystal away. This is a crystal that doesn't ever need to be charged or cleansed. It instead does those things for wherever you put it, or like if you like rub it around your body. So selenite is another good one you could use, especially if it's a full moon. The selenite will go really, really well as like a selenite cleansing for the full moon. Really good. And another thing is to use red crystals, black crystals, and purple crystals around this time. These are going to be very good to balance out your chakras and to balance out the crown chakra and the balance of the root chakra. Okay, so that is going to be the video for this full moon in Aquarius. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys like this angle or do you want me to go back. And I will talk to you very, very soon.